Hello, everybody. You're welcome once again to Changing Your Mentality podcast. Thank you so much for taking out your precious moment to listen to me speak to you on here. I'm super grateful. What I'm going to be sharing today is my most vulnerable self. Most of what I'll be talking about today, not even my mom, that has left the scene, knew about this. Neither do my brother. But I'm sure that there are people or just a person out there that needs to hear this in order for them to take a different step so that will not be forced like me. I've said it several times on here that I am a graduate of accounting, and like every accounting graduate, we tend to have this imagination where you're either going to work in a bank, you're going to run a business, you're going to become an accountant, or something. We all had that pull towards what we were studying. Today I'm talking about how to turn your crisis into a comeback. I graduated at the age of 21, and because we are all hyping ourselves for what the world is going to give to us, because we had this popular saying back then that we are going into the labor market. Something different here happened to me. What we call vision. I had a glimpse of myself, but I was in a different path compared to what I studied. And it never made sense to me that why will I be saying this and not this? But I kept it inside of me because I did not understand. I was a child. But that single vision I had began to change me from the inside. I'm going to use the word test. I started losing test for me being an accountant. The pull of me wanting to leave school and go become shattered started to die because of that vision I had. I went home and I told my mom that I want to go for a second degree, and she was like, what do you want to study now? I said I want to study counseling. She said, look for the school. I said, just like that. She said, I don't know why you want to study it, but go look for a school. When I went back into my room, after some days with me thinking about what I told my mom, now let me use the word fear, or should I use the word uncertainty, gripped me that what are you doing? You just finished university, and I did diploma, so this is 5 years. You just finished a 5-year program and you're going to school to study counseling. How does it relate? Are you sure you want to do this? And your dad is not here to support your mom. Your dad is long gone. It's just your mom. Do you want her to pay your fees, pay your brother's fees? Why don't you go look for a job and assist your mom? You're the first daughter. And I said, you're making sense. What am I doing? and I closed the chapter. Now, my mom was ready to support me. She never knew why I wanted to do that. She didn't ask me so much questions. She didn't ask me, where is this coming from? Who put you into this? None of that. Go to prayer school. Do you understand? But I chickened out because I love my mom so much, and I thought, should I hit the labor market? I'm gonna get a job and take care of my mom and my brother. I am the first daughter. And we all know how the firstborn always carry all the load, and I was really not ready to do that. Because I didn't understand where the counseling also came from. But I still found myself wanting to do that. I took up the Chartered Accounting route, ACCA, not the ICANN. And before I did that, a lot of people said ACCA is harder than ICANN. But it seemed simple than the university, and I was like, why are people always making everything look as if it's hard? This is not hard. I went in, I did the whole training for, I think, a month before the examination. We had classes. And I did my test. I think I was like, either if we were 5 people that had a good score, I was among the 5 people that did. I was even teaching people in class, Taxation I hated so much. The person that taught us taxation did it in a very, very awesome way that I started loving taxation. The day for the examination came, and the examination was super easy. I wrote my exam. Everybody came out, do the usual talking about this and that, and we all went home. The result usually comes out after 2 weeks. My result was out, and it was really funny. I got 47, 48, 49 because it was over 50. I think, 50 was supposed to be your cutoff score. I think so, yes. 47, 48, 49. My lecturer in school that knew what I was doing, I told him, and he was shocked. The lecturers that took us the classes, preparing us for the examination, they were like, you should apply for a remark, because they do apply for remarks. And I was at the verge of applying. And when I heard, this is not your route, I remember crying that day, asking why. Like, I literally said, why me? I want to do this. Everybody is doing this. Can't you just allow me to do this? Why do you want me to go through this route? Must it be me? Can't it be another person? I didn't apply for a remark, and I didn't go back to classes because I knew what was happening. Then I went, I got a job, I started working. But as I'm working, I still get this nagging pull to leave. Okay, I would try to make a bargain with management. Like, okay, yeah, I'm working as an accountant. I'm going to create a blog where I teach. I was negotiating. But it seemed that was not it. No, we don't want you to do this. We want you to be 100% here. We don't want 50-50. It's either you're in or you're out. I would leave. I started a business. The first 1 month, everything was good. I was like, oh yeah, I think I found it now. and then everything shattered. And the moment anything shatters for me, I know the reason why it's shattering. But like I said, you only experience the life you focus on. You don't experience life. Think everybody around me, they were going according to society's script, and it seemed as if it was working for them. Because everybody looked happy in my presence. I don't know what they were passing through inside, but they were happy. Me, on the other hand, I am not happy. I don't feel the satisfaction on my inside. I want to do what my peers are doing. I want to do what society is telling me to do. Why me? I would try to apply to go for a master's outside of Nigeria, but everything is going to just look good and it will scatter again. We all know the story of Jonah, yes? Now, I am a living example of Jonah. Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, and he entered a ship going to something Tarshish. He was going there. Let me just use the word tethered. He was going to Tethered Mountain instead of New York. He was told to go to New York and preach that the ways of life is getting to God and they need to change. But instead, he was en route to India. He said he doesn't want to go there. Because why me? Pick somebody else. Must it be me? I'm pretty sure Jonah said the same thing like I did. Like, must it be Victoria? Can't it be Susan? Can't it be Matthew? Can't it be Peter? Pick someone else. It mustn't be me. And the boat Jonah was in, Jonah created chaos for them. Several times that I tried doing things myself, or I tried to do things with other people, knowing that, okay, this is meant to be the route. But due to the fact that I am Jonah, I tend to sabotage everything. I don't know in the moment. It's not all the time I know. It's later that I get to know that, oh, I see, I was the one. Because immediately I be like, okay, you guys should go ahead and do that. I'm stepping up. I tend to see them doing it all. But I will not think about it in that moment. Maybe like 2-3 months later, I will remember my Jonah story. But you know what? I don't learn. I never learned that this is it for me. I don't. Often, I would leave or say, okay, I need to help my mom. I need to get money. I would go get a job. I would start working and I would get this nagging complaint inside my head. This is not what you're meant to do. This is not what you're meant to do. And I'll keep negotiating. You see, the truth is, I knew that it's going to be a very lonely work. Very lonely. That was my major fear. And back when I was a Christian, I heard that your work is not for Christianity. That you're not called to be, okay, let me go and be a pastoress. That is not it. You're for everybody. Because if you are wearing a particular identity, people that are meant to listen to you will be like, I don't want to listen to that person. She's so much of a religious person. Now, back then, I never even knew about me believing religion. But this was what I was hearing on the inside of me. That you're not meant to wrap it in a Christianity wrap. It is meant to be blank, plain, no wrapping. So that whatsoever you're putting out there, a Christian can listen to you, a Muslim can listen to you, a Buddhist can listen to you, a monk can listen to you, an atheist can listen to you. And I was like, how do I do that? I was sunk in deep into religion. But when the moment came, like I shared in our last episode, I left religion. Because I also got that pull to leave religion. I left. And even in me leaving, I still went to become an accountant. Because I left inside the accounting world. I've lost a lot due to the fact that I was running. I lost a lot. Aside from my energy, financially, I did lose a whole lot of money. Trying to go for masters, all those applications, everything. I tried it 3 times. I lost a lot of money. If I should say, let me do the mathematics, it's a lot. The businesses I did, the first business crashed. I didn't listen. The second business, I was robbed. I still did not listen. I kept running because I wanted to be like everybody. I didn't want to be all alone on this path. I remember back then I was attending lots of seminars. Why? Because I was looking for someone that would tell me, come, let me take you under my tutelage. Just like Tony Robbins was privileged to meet Jim Rohn, I was desperately looking for my Jim Rohn. I went for lots and lots of seminars in search for a mentor. I needed a guide. I wanted someone that has done this before. Show me. But I got to realize, Victoria, you are not meant to follow. You're meant to forge a path. There are people that are meant to follow, and there are people that are meant to forge. That is why I never found my own Jim Rohn. Because I'm meant to forge my own path. But I spent years. And then when I said, okay, I accept, I wanted it to be under the umbrella of a psychological counselor. Then I spent years getting certificate online. And I said, okay, fine. Someone told me about Chevney. I said, okay, this is it. Finally, Vicky, you've gotten it. I wrote my Chevney essay. Everything was good. I got reference, your 2 reference you're going to put in the form to hit submit. Then the names are used. One is a native name, the other one is English. When I went through that form, I saw the name in the native name. Now let me use Woodwork for instance. I saw Woodwork. That's my native name, but let me just say that that was the reference. I saw Udwak when I went through it, proofreading. But when I hit the submit button, I saw usual. Yes, that's a good one. I saw usual. When I was proofreading, I saw Udwak. But when I hit the submit button, I saw usual, and I spiraled. I started asking myself, what is the meaning of all this? That I've written a good essay, I've done this, I've done that. Why? Why will you make me make this silly mistake? I want this route. I was nagging, I was angry. And then, that same day, I went into the bathroom to bath. I like saying, me said to me, why are you doing this? You've already put it out there of your I am state. And now you're behind the scene. You're spiraling. But you just told us to be I am. That we should never allow anything on the outside to disrupt us. So why are you doing this? And I said, oh, that's true, I'm being an hypocrite. And that moment, I just told myself, should I get the Chevening scholarship? Good. If I do not get the Chevening scholarship, good. It is one thing for you to teach, it's another thing for you to experience. And in the moment of me having that experience, I embodied the I amness. I embodied the state of being. And from that moment, that was 2025 September. From that moment, nothing on the outside has the privilege of shaking me on the inside. In fact, I even said that I wish I do not get the Chevening scholarship. I said it, I just said it out loud. I wish I don't get the Chevening scholarship. Because I began to change. The person that applied for the scholarship was a different person after hitting that submit button. I began to change. I also started seeing myself as I've been holding on to identity. Now, that single moment, I am glad I did not see Udwak. I am so glad, because that usual that I saw that made me spiral taught me a lot. Now, experience is actually our best teacher. Whosoever said that, that person meant it. It is one thing to teach. It's another thing to experience, and a different ballgame to embody. That singular experience transformed my life. That I stopped reaching out for certification anymore. I now found out that all this while I have been looking for an identity, that I wanted to identify as a psychological counselor. I wanted the prestige that comes with the name. I was looking for this platform, this stage that should I climb beneath, and they introduce me as Victoria Omorin, the psychological counselor or the clinical psychologist, my ego is going to solve. I'm going to tell them, yes, that is me. I am true and true a psychological counselor. So what are you not talking about? I saw that I was attached to an identity. And in that moment, I learned roles, characters. That incident taught me that I am meant to see everything on the outside as a character, as a role. Why? Because this world is my stage. I can choose to play the role of a psychological counselor. I can choose to play the role of a teacher. I can choose to play the role of a mother. That was where I learned and I released the need for a certification. I said, Shevlin, should you come, I am fine. Should you not come, I am fine. The pull for me, I must get this. This is the route for me. If I don't get this, I do not know what I'm going to do. From everything died. I stopped searching. I stopped looking. Oh, is it going to come? I stopped. I just released it. I let it go. I didn't do the whole preparation. Oh, yeah, I'm preparing for the interview. I stopped everything. Until February 2026, I said, okay, maybe it will come. Let's just start preparing. And then the biggest, I now finally sunk into the whale, the belly of the whale for 2 weeks. Jonah stayed for 3 days. I stayed for 2 weeks. In all this, I was gunning for money. I was in pursuit of money because the reason why I kept going for everything than wanting to say, okay, this part, I sit with you. What are you trying to tell me? Is because I wanted money. So when me dropping out of Shevlin, I was still looking for a way. You see, in that moment, I was still asking myself, what do I do to make money? I was still asking myself that question. Because this time around, I actually know that I cannot return back to the accounting sector. So I keep asking, what do I do to make money? What do I do to make money? I was getting ideas from different angles. And I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to pick one of them and do it. I don't have a laptop yet. So I use my phone to do all the work I do. And my battery died. I was in a forced silence for 2 weeks. There's some of us that we know, we do. There are those of us that the universe have to swallow us. I was swallowed. The reason why I'm sharing this with you, I want you to do without being forced. Take the proactive step. Don't wait for the reactive step. What is your soul path calling you? Take that step right now. Don't wait to be swallowed. And then I was swallowed. I told myself, finally, I think I'm going to hide under the umbrella of mental health. I'll start posting using mental health as my covering. I said, this is it, let's go. I started. My phone crashed. And in that moment of quietness, in that moment of being inside the belly of the whale, everything became done on me. Are you not tired of running, Vicky? For how long do you want to keep running? Okay, you made an excuse that it's your mom. Your mom is no longer in the scene. So the money that you want to pursue, for who now? For what? What is your intention now? For how long do you want to keep running? When will you tell yourself, okay, I'm done, I'm stopping, and I'm stepping into this? When? I went to find books where I wrote things about me. I got the first book 2010. And I got another one where I wrote I think that was 2019 or 2020. The two of them saying the same thing. That you should accept your path. You should accept your calling. You should accept that this is what your soul said. That should I come here like the supplement, this is what I'm coming to do. Accept it now that you came into the room to pick supplement. And I said, I accept. Each and every one of us are here to serve. I'm pretty sure we are familiar with the whole NPC thing. The NPC, they are here to make us entertain and make the whole scene, the whole movie seem interesting. They're here for our entertainment and our distractions. So it's left for you to come to the realization that, am I going to tilt towards the part of an empathy, or I will remember that I am a real character? We are all here to serve. We ourselves, the day I heard Michael Singer, the author of Untethered Soul, talk about that we have 37 trillion cells in our body, I paused the video and immediately I asked myself that, hold on, are you sure we are not all cells in the body of the universe? Are you sure we are not just one? As in, there's a big gigantic body just the way we have our bodies and we have 37 trillion cells. Are you sure all of us are not cells and we are meant to serve? And Victoria, that all this happened in my 2 weeks. And Victoria does not want to serve. It's not all the duty that you do that is of service. That's the truth. As an accountant, I don't know what I think I'm serving the company or the person that owns the organization. I'm not reaching out to any soul. I'm not transforming anybody's life. I'm transforming an organization. Compared to a doctor is serving. A doctor is transforming lives. So I think their roles are, we are serving, but it depends on who you're serving. Yeah. So it told me that I was about to tell the universe that I don't want to serve, I just want to be. And if you're not serving, I don't have use for you. You are a dead cell, and so you need to leave. And I said, I'm still breathing. Before the universe is going to take away the things that I need to serve, why don't I use it? You don't need your voice, you don't need your hand. Can I have it? Do you understand? And I said, I will serve. I am willing and ready to serve. And this scripture just popped into my head again. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. I was in pursuit of every other things. I was not in pursuit of seeking the kingdom of God first. And the Bible also said that the kingdom of God is where? Is within you. You see, that every other things that we're looking for, we are not meant to look for. I changed my language from what do I do to make money to how do I create value? How do I solve problems? I want to serve. And I want to tell you something today that the first person to serve is you. A lot of people say, I'm so good at talking to others, I encourage others, but I cannot encourage myself. I want you to check inside of yourself, is there an underlying trauma that makes you look for validation and want to please other people and displease you? Because I don't think I would go tell my friend that is about to take a route like I am. You will do it as long as you're going to be consistent, and as long as you're going to embrace the solitude, as long as you're going to embrace being alone for a moment, you will do it. And then I'm going to come back home knowing that I'm in the same path like my friend and be like, what are you doing? Are you mad or something? Are you crazy? Except if I'm looking for validation or I'm trying to make everybody see me as that person. Oh, she's that person for me. Except if that is what I'm after. But if that is not what I'm after, I am going to first of all tell myself, sweetheart, the road is going to be lonely. You're going to be alone for a moment. Do not expect the people that you knew in the accounting world to walk this path with you. And when you got the call, it was not a conference call. It was a single call, and it was only you that picked. You don't expect people to cheer on you as you walk in this path. Be comfortable being alone for a moment. The people that would also walk the path with you will meet you, but you have to walk alone first. I will tell myself that. I will not just go out there and tell somebody. So you have to serve you first. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, not more than you love yourself, not below, as. So as I love me, I love you. As I serve me, I serve you. I no longer think about money. Right now, I have nothing to my name, but I'm ready to embrace it. Because I'm not going to start embarking on the journey to India right now in the name that I don't want to go to New York. Because I've seen how I've been going round in circle. People who think they are stuck, you're not stuck. You know, if someone had told me, Vicky, it's your village people that are doing you, you're actually stuck, I would have believed them, but I knew what was wrong with me. I knew it was not the village people. I knew it was not witches or wizards. I knew it was me running away. I did not want to go to anywhere. So I kept going around in circles. So are you going around in circles? Are you hitting a wall and coming back? Or you keep bouncing? Check in with yourself. Is there something you're running from like me? Some period I completely forget. That's the truth. I'll just be worrying. I'll be in the crisis and be worrying. I'll be asking myself questions. Why me? Why is all this? I used to forget. And in that state of why me, I'll remember, but I'll run again. I'll dust my certificate, I'll go look for another job. And I'll get, and I'll say, okay, yeah, this is it. And I'll get swallowed again. Let me end today's episode with this story. Now, we got somebody, the compound where I stay, to come help us to clean every Saturday morning. Now, this young man is very good. He's very good at serving. He does a good job. Now, he's working outside of his job description. He's being of service. And do you know what? Every other thing I'm beginning to add on to him. My neighbor right now, she's saying that she's going to look for a good job for him. Because he's now a father. She said this is not going to be able to take care of him and the children. He came to clean yesterday, and due to the fact he did a fine job, we gave him money outside of his pay. He asked of money, and I told everybody in the group that we should contribute and give him 2 months payment. At the end of that month, I told myself I will still do something for him. From the little I have, I would share with that young man. Why? Because he's being of service. You are here to serve. I am here to serve. I'm no longer running. Like I said, it is possible that I thought about this thing yesterday. I don't know if it's the truth, but something just hit me that, Victoria, what if you had accepted your path and the whole money that you were thinking that you want to get in this other route to take care of your mom actually did come? What if you had accepted your path and you would have been financially stable to care for your mom? I know I'm just what if it. But like Jonah, it was in that boat and the boat was rocking because it was running away. But the moment they trashed Jonah into the water, the boat became calm. So you right now, because you're not accepting your family is in turbulence, things are going awry, everything is scattering. But the moment you decide to walk your path, that energy is going to spread across everybody. It's going to touch everybody. Your health is going to be in great shape. Maybe your husband has been looking for a job, your husband will suddenly get a job. Maybe your kids that you've been shouting at, your kids are going to start, doing things properly well. Think about it. What if? What if you're the Jonah in their life? And you just need to accept that you ought to go to Nineveh. I told me yesterday, I said, what if? When I was preparing to have today's conversation. So right now, I want to serve. I want you to serve too. I want you to embrace your calling. Like I said, I told mine I don't like it. I don't want it. I was picking other things in the room because I don't want to pick the supplement. So don't be like me anymore. Accept you. Accept your call. Embrace your call. And be ready to walk alone in that path. Let go of fear. Let go of doubt. Walk the path. And you're going to see that it's It will be beautiful. And you'll get there and said, I wish I did this earlier. Alright? So walk that path. Don't shrink. Don't hide. Do not also identify with the path, because I don't identify with this path. This is my soul choosing a route to express itself. Okay? No identification. We are just expressing ourselves and being of service. Alright? So if this message actually did touch you, if this message resonated, if this message has transformed your life, I want you to go and start now. Whenever you listen to this message, that is the moment you start. Start now. Go and be of service. I love you. Until our next podcast, I am you and you are me. Bye for now.